And I gotta tell you, it was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
Welcome back to my channel, guys. This video is going to be about a Malayalam film, which is a first for this channel. I recently saw this in the theaters and had a ball, as it was probably commercial cinema at its peak. It was nowhere to how a Malayalam cinema we know, and I definitely had some exhilarating moments with some great action set pieces in this film. The film we are going to be seeing is the Malayalam film RDX, Robert Dony Xavier, directed by Nahas Hidayath, starring Anthony Varghese, Newraj Madhav, Shane Nigham, Mahima Nambiar, Lal, Aima Rosmy, and with some exhilarating music from Sam CS. An altercation at a church function takes a toll on the life of Dony and his family as they are attacked in the middle of the night, and the rest of the story is all about how he and his brother Robert exact revenge on this group with their friend Xavier. This is the small crux, and the film leaves no stones unturned with the casting, the fight sequences, good music, and great elevation sequences. The performances. In recent times, the Malayalam film industry has been the stalwarts of good content across languages, and the main reason is that these stories have a really good performers in them. In the array of cast members in RDX, everyone's performance was praiseworthy, and let's take a deep dive into each character portrayed. The principal characters of the film, Robert, Dony and Xavier, portrayed by Shane Nigham, Anthony Varghese and Newraj Madhav respectively, were a treat to the eyes and fit the bill perfectly. All the three characters had equal screen space and had a well-written character with great elevation sequences. However, my favorite was Newraj Madhav's elevation sequence, which felt massy compared to the rest too. Neeraj Madhav is a versatile actor, and coming from a success in his Tamil venture Vendithanindathukadu, this role is completely different and he has played it effortlessly. Anthony Varghese, portraying as Dony, has a tough and rough exterior but is still shitless scared for his father and his wife, and his dynamics with the family works to his merit, as when the family is under attack, he is the one closest to the events and he is directly affected party. His emotional turmoil shown in the sequences where he is weeping continuously at the hospital literally breaks your hearts, and he puts forth a wonderful performance in the film. However, coming to the physical attributes of fighting, he was not that effective compared to the other two, and his lack of speed is matched with the rapid cuts, and some of the punches doesn't even land, which makes it look a bit fake from an overall perspective. However, the little package of surprise was Shane Nigham portraying Robert. We have seen him in movies like Kumbalangi Nights, Ishq, as he fits there as the perfect boy next door, and when I heard he had to portray a role of this intensity, honestly my first feeling was skepticism. However, after watching the film, this role seemed like a rebirth of an actor, and the intensity he brings to his eyes in the several sequences was just magic on screen. His fight sequences were well performed and he looked perfect for it, and all above, he dances like a dream. The chemistry he shares with his female counterpart, Mahima Nambiar, is also good. The other performers like Mahima Nambiar, Aima Rosmy as Robert and Dony's love interest, Lal and Maala Parvathy as Robert and Dony's parents, and Babu Antony as Xavier's father and their karate coach, plays their character well, and each of them had a great importance associated with the running screenplay, and each of them understood the assignment and did well. Babu Antony's surprise at the climax was also a treat, and this just elevated the film even more. The technical brilliance. The film had great artwork throughout the film, with two different timelines of the 90s and the 2000s, and there were different artwork done for each timeline, starting from the gadgets to the cars they used, the bike they drove around in, and many more just hit the nail perfectly in synergy with the film. The costumes and the styling was also praiseworthy, again showcasing the same actors in different looks for the different time period they are in. From minute hair detailing to the dress selection for each scenes, the palette looked like it was filled with pop colors, which was refreshing to see on screen. One of the main work of an editor in the film is to make sure that he works better than the vision of what the director might have for the film. Because even in places where there is a lull in the screenplay, only he has to make up for it. And Chaman Chakko did a splendid job with this film. The high octane sequences was not excessively cut to make it fast-paced, and the talky portions were precisely cut to make up for the runtime, and this made the audiences to never get bored during the runtime of the film. The slow flashback portions and overemphasized stunts. The flashback portions played to all the generic tropes of a commercial film with a love sequence, songs, fight sequence, family dynamics, and many more. Overindulging in this played both for and against the film, as this strengthened the emotional core of the film, which was effective for the later part, but meanwhile it also slowed down the screenplay and deviated a bit from the subject at hand, which might have been great if for an effective flashback portion. The stunts also at places felt overemphasized on the karate and boxing bit, whereas the fight progresses felt that it was slightly an issue as the impact was not as expected. But mind you, most of the stunt sequences were just perfect that it just naturally took you to the edge of the seats while watching them. The magical stunt duo. When you hear the name Unbariver, you simultaneously associate them with the great stunt sequences actually packing a punch. This national award-winning duo has set up some exhilarating stunt sequences which lands beautifully, and every blow the audiences could feel it. This shows that the duo and the camera department worked hand in glove to give this experience. Their previous ventures like Vikram, KGF and many more already proved their prowess, and this movie is nothing short of excellence. The pick of the stunt sequences in the film was the beautifully choreographed hospital sequence that leads to the climax, and the sequence where Robert and Dony enter the antagonist's den and they take upon the whole colony of ruthless fighters and killers. These two sequences literally blew my brains, and this film is definitely an added feather to the hat for this duo. The exhilarating music. The music director who gave some lasting score like Kaidi, Vikram Vedha, also lends his tunes to RDX, and it is nothing short of brilliance. I can say that Sam CS is a wonderful yet underrated music director, often overshadowed by the success of his counterpart Anirudh. Not discrediting Anirudh here, but Sam CS is also a musician to look forward to. His score just elevated each of the sequences within the film. The power of silence is something every music director should be aware of, and not pack each frame with loud music. The silence does wonders for this film. Mass cinema is all about great music at the right time, and Sam CS has done this exactly with great tracks to assist the already power-packed stunts and scenes, which makes this movie something an audience can't miss out on. Nahas Hidayath, the debutant, hits bullseye with his first project and ticks off every single box on how to make a perfect mass entertainer film. With the right emotions riding the film and with some innovative and power-packed performances from the actors, RDX is a great attempt at mass cinema from the Malayalam industry. What King of Koda tried for the whole film, RDX does it like a cakewalk and gives an entertaining watch to the audiences. Please do not miss out on watching this film. That's all for the video, guys. To catch the crisp 90-second review, do follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Showman Reels Films. The handle is right in front of you. Do like, share and subscribe to my YouTube page for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.